Emperor Qing, who was far away, heard what Luo Feng said and also felt his blood boiling, laughing heartily. Right, we, the strong from the source world, have never been afraid of making enemies. The four strong figures from Deceit Workshop all felt that things were not looking good. Normally, the strong figures from the source world acted cautiously to maintain a stable cultivation environment. But if they really tore their faces apart and fought to the death, it's possible that the powerhouses of the source world may lose treasures, but they can continuously send avatars from their hometown. Originally, I thought that killing to mid-stage divine emperors wouldn't be so easy. Just take a sum of money and let them go. But Kumo insisted on making a move. In this endless blood sea, we can't find the place where Kumo is imprisoned, so it's impossible to rescue him. The four strong figures from Deceit Workshop also felt quite troubled. Suddenly, you must find a way to help me, he is refining me, and I can't hold on much longer. The cold male prisoner anxiously communicated with the outside world. My body has already been refined by 20%. Beg for mercy, negotiate. Whatever method you can think of, find a way to save me. The cold male transmitted his message. As long as you can save me, I am willing to give each of you 10 million primordial crystals. The four strong figures of Deceit Workshop heard this. 20% refined already. They were shocked. Those innate primordial lives all have life cores, but as cultivators, they have no vital points. They can be destroyed either by totally annihilating their souls or completely destroying their physical bodies. If Kumo dies, this endless blood sea might imprison one of us next, breaking us down one by one. The ice creature remotely transmitted to his three companions. With these words, a shiver also ran through the hearts of his three companions. Everyone joined Deceit Workshop. How deep could their fellowship be? Naturally, it was impossible. Let's go. Hurry and leave. After the four of them reached a consensus, the light and shadow originally fighting with Emperor Qing also flashed and converged with the other three companions. Kumo, we will inform your master. Let him find a way to save you. They transmitted these words to him. Then the four of them together turned into a hazy light, tearing through all obstacles and forcibly flying toward the distance. If both sides fought, it would be hard to determine the winner in a short time, and Luo Feng would also take time to break them down one by one. Once they fully fled, Luo Feng's endless blood sea was also unable to intercept them. Whoosh! The hazy light moved very fast, disappearing into the distant horizon in a matter of moments. Whoosh! The endless blood sea condensed into a figure in a black robe, which was Luo Feng. They've left. Emperor Qing also flew next to Luo Feng, smiling as he looked into the distance. I didn't expect that the two of us against five. They lost one, and the other for simply fled. What deep relationships can these plundering forces have? Luo Feng sneered. By the way, the Divine Emperor you've imprisoned, is there a way to kill him? Emperor Qing asked. Just a moment, said Luo Feng. Emperor Qing immediately showed a smile. Refreshing. They wanted to kill us, we should kill them. Killing that Divine Emperor, the spoils might be more than we gained from this hunt. A thought crossed Luo Feng's mind. Only the strong figures of billion worlds do not have avatars. Therefore, the treasures they have accumulated are always carried on them. Emperor Qing laughed. Luo Feng understood. Some auxiliary treasures, inheritances, and so on, might have been long gone, but the habitual carrying of weapons, secret treasures, and some cultivation-needed materials is generally retained. Just in case they come with reinforcements, we should leave here first, said Luo Feng, who was currently fully refining the imprisoned Kumo Go. Emperor Qing and Luo Feng together immediately boarded the black flying boat, quickly leaving. In Luo Feng's body, the eye of the blood sea of the undying blood sea body. Within the space prison deployed with the secret treasure array map. Hiss hiss hiss. The power of the array formed life and death chains, all binding the figure of Kumo, eroding and strangling his body. Kumo's body is composed of countless rule-based deadly poisons. A clone of Luo Feng arrived here, observing the opponent with the biomimetic eye of destruction. Kumo's body was actually in endless black mud. Blasting his body, he would also disperse into countless deadly poisons, basically without loss. This time, Luo Feng acted with his endless blood sea covering a vast area, successfully imprisoning all black mud poison, which finally prevented Kumo from escaping. Hiss hiss hiss. At the moment, the life and death array worked together to refine, continuously refining and consuming parts of the rule-based deadly poisons. They ran away. Kumo was angry, then also resigned. In the entire Yulan city, only his master truly had a close relationship with him. Who else really cared about his life and death? This is a terrifying array. Unable to escape, as Kumo felt the life and death array's power eroding and strangling him, he was originally not afraid of close combat, and during this encounter, he was the first to attach himself onto Luo Feng, wishing to erode Luo Feng's body. But in terms of bodies, Luo Feng was clearly stronger. My deceitful poison body. With this I can engage in close combat with low-level primordial lives at the mid-stage of the Divine Emperor, erode them, and hurt them. Yet, my deceitful poison body cannot overcome the power of this life and death array. Kumo's body gradually distorted. Only his head remained normal as his body started to turn into a mass of black mud. Black mud, constantly being refined and consumed. Luo Feng. Kumo, maintaining his normal head, looked at Luo Feng. Luo Feng stood not far away, observing Kumo's current state. You still wish to live? Luo Feng looked at him. I wish to live. Kumo nodded. Since you wish to live, why act so decisively? Even when offered a sum of primordial crystals, you still made a move. Luo Feng spoke. When you chose to make a move, you should have realized that once you fall into my hands, I won't give you another chance. Kumo nodded, his cold face revealing a faint smile. Along this journey, I have killed too many creatures. It is finally my turn to be killed. Kumo closed his eyes. At this moment, he reminisced about his journey. In the world where he was born, the great Tao was toxic. The more one cultivated, the closer one came to death. One must break through to the next realm before each calamity arrives in order to continue to survive arduously. He had traveled through more than 300 worlds, personally witnessing the destruction of 19 worlds, and he also caused the destruction of 3 worlds. He himself had ascended 3 times. Brutally, before the final Great Tao Death Tribulation, he reached the Godly King tier, mastering a branch of the Great Tao. Only by mastering a branch of the Great Tao could he escape the Great Tao Death Tribulation. Thereafter, he even mastered the complete tainted Great Tao. After arriving at Yulan City, he perceived that the inheritance of Deceit Workshop suited him perfectly, and thus he cultivated the deceitful poison body. Killing and plundering were as common as breathing to him. He didn't even care about destroying worlds. I reached the Godly King tier. Only then did I escape the Great Tao Death Tribulation. But, through the long years, I have grown accustomed to it, accustomed to killing, to plundering, to all of it. Habit. It is deeply ingrained into my soul. In the moment nearing his death, Kumo finally understood. The numerous arduous ordeals of the Great Tao Death Tribulation from his weak state to becoming a godly king had to profound an influence on him. Sigh. His body was nearly refined, only a small remainder left. At this moment, Kumo tried to contact his companions, but due to the vast distance, it was no longer possible to reach them. The 9 Rivers Sacred Realm imposed strong suppressions. The range for transmitting artifacts was also relatively small. Can't contact them anymore. At this moment, Kumo thought of his only master. His master's talents were much stronger than his. It was thanks to his master that he could escape death and reach this day. Master, don't seek revenge for me, Kumo murmured softly. I wasn't killed by another cultivator, but died by the hands of the Great Tao Death Tribulation. Whoosh! Finally, the small remainder of black mud was completely refined away. Kumo completely vanished, leaving no residue behind. At the time of his death, only then were secret treasures left behind. Luo Feng watched the entire refining process from start to finish. A mid-stage Divine Emperor's Strength cultivator, he knew their cultivation path was legendary and their cultivation journey arduous. Furthermore, Luo Feng knew that the seniors had expended great efforts in raising powerful cultivators. Thus, in Yulan City, Luo Feng stayed low-key, avoiding trouble. But when someone wanted to kill him, Luo Feng would no longer hold back. You are the first Divine Emperor I have killed, Luo Feng said softly, waving his hand to collect the secret treasures Kumo left behind. These treasures included a storage, artifact illusion realm maze, and deceitful secret treasures. As for what's inside the illusion realm maze, it stored a large amount of items. Among them were numerous low-level primordial life materials, particularly of a poisonous kind. There were also other various spoils of war he successfully plundered. Illusion Realm Maze itself contained 3 treasures. Quite a few cultivators died at his hands. Luo Feng thought the materials he purchased are also quite premium. Unlike his own impoverished purchasing methods, Kumo's purchasing was much more lavish. Of course, many materials were to aid his poison refining. Estimated value of these materials and treasures is about 80 million primordial crystals, Luo Feng judged. A cultivator's rewards were mostly consumed, such as purchasing assistance treasures, buying a powerful lineage. What he carried with him were all commonly needed cultivation items. Their value was relatively limited. 80 million primordial crystals is very good. Luo Feng was satisfied. The return journey thereafter was much smoother, encountering no more plundering, and the black flying boat successfully arrived at Yulan City. Brother Luo Feng, you killed Kumai. This news will spread quickly. Emperor Qing said, your reputation in Yulan City will be much bigger than before. Previously, Luo Feng was too low-key. People outside even thought Luo Feng was in the early stage of Divine Emperor. This time, Luo Feng, facing for mid-stage Divine Emperors alone, and even managed to counterkill one mid-stage Divine Emperor Kumai. Such strength was absolutely of a strong caliber among mid-stage Divine Emperors, enough to attract the attention of many powers. Looking at Yulan City, your strength ranks within the top 2,000, Emperor Qing said. With such fame, even if you don't seek trouble, troubles may still come looking for you. Luo Feng nodded. By the way, according to information, the only real relative of Divine Emperor Kumo in Yulan City is his master Yuyang. Emperor Qing said, his master, Yuyang, is much more difficult to deal with. I'm merely an avatar in the 9 Rivers Sacred Realm. What is there to fear? Luo Feng smiled easily. The other party is the true body. Mine is an avatar. The anxious one should be the opposite party. Sigh. The black flying boat flew through the high skies of Yulan City, heading straight for the primordial hall.